coming with the implosion of our Imperium, and it's coming with the rapid degradation of the ecosystem itself. And nothing we can do to stop it is how we cope with this game. Will we respond rationally? Will we learn to speak to the world with a new humility and recreate structures within our own communities for sustainability? Or will we continue to live in illusion? And in a way, it's a matter of awakening ourselves to our new reality and responding to it.
Shape the world. I don't know what's possible. I can't know what the future holds.
So we can invest ourselves in acting according to our consciences now, no matter what people call us when we do, in such a way that others will feel entirely seen.
Yeah, baby. Do we live in a simulation? Is it a simulation? Is this just a simulation? Am I just a robot coming at you and I'm not real? I'm just an AI. Probably not, though. What's up? Welcome back to another episode of the best worst show on the internet. I'll be your host. My name is Manuel Chavez the Third, or the Turd, depending on you know me. Otherwise known as Manny. That's just the easiest way. Some people call me Defango, even though that's just a username that I use online, and that's not who I am. But everybody still wants to call me that shit. I mean, I guess I really made it cool to have, like, you know, a nom de plume or whatever again. I don't know. What I do know is that I'm excited to be here with you guys. As you can see, I finally bought a fucking light. So, you know, maybe we won't have the waviness on the cam anymore. I don't know if I can fix that shit or whatever. I'm trying. I'm fucking trying, okay? You guys, I'm trying to make it better for you guys. And I bought a light, so that's why I'm wearing sunglasses. because it hurts my balls. And by balls, I mean eyeballs. Yeah, the eyeballs. But you know what? It's this fucking TV. It's what it is. It's this fucking TV. It's this motherfucking TV. And these Anyways, I should be saying cuss words and stuff. So, welcome back. Hopefully, you guys are doing well today. We are already in the money today. We got Riddick Fusion
has donated $5 and says you will eat Z-bugs and live in the pods. You will own nothing.
That's right. Thank you to Acrid Fusion for being the first person to come down with some money on the Griftcast right here on the Sunday. Yeah, it's Sunday Fun Day. We appreciate your money. Thank you very much to Acrid Fusion for your generous $5 donation. We appreciate the shit out of you. Oh, yes, we do. But you know how we start this show? We got to do shout outs to all the people that we got in the chat, like Legitic Corp. What's going on to homies? How you doing? How's it going? Mass Genocide. Hopefully you're doing well. What's up to my man JR Riggs? Always a pleasure to have you here, my friend. How's it going to MB? We got your Cash App donation when we weren't even live, and we appreciate it. Thank you very much. How's it going? And good evening to Eternal Doorman. Hopefully you're having a great day. How's it going to Scam Baiter Guy? Hopefully you're doing pretty well today. Good afternoon to you, Penelope. Hopefully you're doing very, very well. King Frost Sound Warrior. Hello. Nice to see you back into the chats, my friend. How's it going, Faded History? Always a pleasure to have you here with your membership. How's it going, Jay? Hee. One of these days we're going to make a member out of you. I can feel it. How's it going to Christina Carr? Hopefully you're doing well today. Nice to have you here with us. We got Dog Face Pony Soldier himself in the chat room. Everybody say hello to this guy. How's it going? And none other than the illustrious CV is also in the chat. And yeah, she posted some links or whatever. So thank you so much to all the fools and folks and people that are popping up over here. How's it going to Lucky Burrito, Fearlessly Authentic Podcast? Hey, how are you doing? So yeah, we decided to start at least a little bit earlier today. My leg's still hurting a lot, man. I've been having some like massive issues with my right leg, like up in the top area of the right leg. I don't know. I feel like I'm pinched a nerve or something like that. It's just been hurting for like the last couple of days. So it is what it is. You know, it is what it is, buddy. It is what it is. But it has been hurting or whatever. So, you know, I'm just kind of like here. We're doing our thing. Lechi's been hanging out. She's kind of pissed off at me because I just fed her medicine. She doesn't like it or whatever. She sees me coming with the syringe and then like trying to put it in her mouth. And she's like, no. She's like holding her teeth like fucking closed hard as fuck. Like, no. I don't want it. And I'm like, no, you're going to get it, you little bitch. You're going to get it. You gotta get it. What's up, Toxic Boxic? Hopefully you're doing pretty well, my friend. Nice to see you out there in the chats, dog. But yeah, so Lechi's been doing all right. She's been kind of eating or whatever. I made some steak. She couldn't have any. She was super upset about it. And yeah, you know, like my back has just been killing me over the last couple of days. Like I'm fucked up right here. I'm fucked up right here from when I fell. My back is fucked up from when I fell. And now I got like a pinched nerve or something. I need to get one of those like massager things that's got the and you know, or you know, maybe if somebody had like a car buffer, they just put that shit on my back, that would probably work pretty good too. The orbital shit's really good for your back from what I see. And yeah, maybe it's all that driving. Probably that's what I think it really is all the driving. And then I drive for work too, so I'm just getting older, I guess. Just getting older. What's up, Susu? How are you doing out there, Susu? And hello to Daniel McCoy. Yes, I am getting older. I am getting to be an older bitch. I am an old bitch now. He's an old bitch. Dude, this audio is so loud in my ears all the time. So, what do we got for you today? I don't know. Well, we obviously got some grifting. We got a whole format here to this show. Obviously, in the beginning, we play a super long intro. just so that you guys can get all hyped up, and then we do some shout outs into the chat to all the nice people that came out in the very beginning of the show so that we could say what's up to it. But then you know what comes next is, well, all that grifting. Hey, what the fuck? Forgot to turn on the display capture. That was my bad. And then, yeah, we got all that grifting shit going on right here. All that grifting shit going on where you can go to our perfect little link tree and you can donate all of the monies and things to us. If you like giving people money, well, then you should definitely get on out there and send it on over to me because we like money out here in the land. So I'm just going to keep posting that link into all of the different chats so that you guys can, you know, click a Rooney on the link-a-rooney so that we can all get on the shinkaroonies. Yeah, that's right. Those were all words. Those were all real words. You know, where's the Twitch chat? Oh, I must have forgot to pop that one out. I must forgot to pop that one out. Hold up, let me pop it out so I can go drop that shit in the chat now. All right, I did it. All right, I'm coming back. Holy shit! I was gone for 2 seconds and people are sending me super chats. What is going on here? Oh my god, I love this, dude.
Acrid Fusion has donated $2 and says all of your base are belong to us.
Thank you for that $2 donation from Acrid Fusion saying all your base are belong to us. We appreciate your $2 and we appreciate you supporting the freaking chat. And then, oh my god, we got another one.
Donated $10 and says, hey man, glad to see ya back. Bunch of wild stuff went on over my weekend, bro. I'll shoot ya a DM later.
All right, Toxic. Well, I'm looking forward to that DM so we can hear about your wild, crazy weekend that you had and what's going on or whatever. I think that'll be pretty cool. Appreciate that $10 spot right there, bro. That's exactly what's going on. Oh, dude, I got to shout out Russell Dufresne. What's going on, Russell Dufresne? A lot of love for you out there. Oh, and who's this? I've never seen Mistress Meg, or have I seen her before? I don't know. I'm still going to shout him out. And then, yeah, what up, dude? To Cheeseburger. How you doing, man? How you doing, Cheeseburger? How's it going? So here we go on the Griftcast doing that Grift thing. So obviously, if you want to make some donations, you want to hook us up, you click on the link tree. You can hit us directly. No fees or anything like that. Comes directly to us. No waiting time through the Streamlabs donation system, PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. Or you could go actually buy some merch off our super sweet merch store where all of that money gets donated to, you know, a good cause. Namely, that good cause would be me and Miss Lunchy out there. And obviously, you just got to look at it as a donation. You make it a $40 donation, you're making a $30 donation, and you're getting a free item for it. And that's just the best way of looking at that bad boy to see how it's going. And then look, damn, we got some more freaking super chats out here, dude. We got one from Sir Gene. How's it going, Sir Gene?
Something for the doggo.
Little something for the doggo. That's a $10 super chat from Mr. Sir Gene, and we appreciate you coming through with the grift, buddy, sir. Thank you very much, and hit us up on Signal if you want to join in or whatever.
Miss
We're not
Chris
using
has
the
donated $4.99 and says Lunchy love.
Oh, thanks a lot to Mr. Meg for that $4.99 super chat. We appreciate you, and we appreciate that shit. Yep, we appreciate that. So thank you to Sir Gene for that $10 spot, and thank you to Mr. Meg for that $4.99. We totally appreciate you, and we will definitely apply that for the good little Lunchy because, well, she needs it, right? She needs it. She needs it. Where you at, Lunchy? You over there? You good? You can come over here? You gonna come over here? Did you need me to eat your food? You little punk ass. You doing okay, Lunchy? I'm bringing you over. I'm bringing you over. Yeah, we got the little lunchers right here. We got the lunchers. She's my Chi-Chi's, and I love her. Love my Chi-Chi's. Yep. Are you okay? You feeling better? You gonna eat some of your food? You gotta eat your probiotics, Lunchy. Plus, I can't give you other medicine on an empty stomach. You need to have the rest of the stuff in there. You doing good though, there, Chi-Chi's? You gonna come over here on your little table? All right, bye. Yeah, she's feeling a little better. Not the greatest, I would say. Damn, fucking light is bright as fuck. All right, yeah, she's feeling a little bit better, but she's still kind of lethargic. She's still kind of going out there. I don't know how we're going to effectively make sure that she's fine. She was doing the shaky thing earlier today, so she's obviously still fighting through whatever it is that she's dealing with. We just kind of got to keep watching her, and I've been just keeping an eye on her. And I've been trying not to drive around in the car, but that's just because my leg has been fucking killing me, bro. My leg has been killing me. But it's obviously a pinched nerve of some kind or something. I just gotta, like, keep massaging my ass until I fix it. Which sounds really terrible, but now this is one of those times where I wish I had, like, you know, like one of those fucking massager things, you know? You know, like, or one of those things. You know, for your back. That's what we need. Yeah. Yeah. No, we didn't give Lynchy any steak. She can't eat the steak right now. She's not supposed to be eating that. She's supposed to be eating her specially formulated diet of expensive ass fucking food. That's what she's supposed to be eating. That's what she's supposed to be eating. But she ain't eating that shit right now. Nope, she don't eat that shit right now. So yeah, we just need to get a massage one. And probably visit some kind of, like, you know, asshole that fixes backs and shit. That would be great, actually. That would be fantastic. So now, I guess we could get into the news for today. We got a few different bits of news to share with you. Thank you to everybody that was generous as hell, throwing in some donations over on the YouTube. Yo, people on Rumble. Yo, people on Kick. Yo, people on Twitch. Yo, people on Twitter. We looking at you. And you know what? Hey, all of the chats come in right there, you know. You'll be able to see all of them in there, you know, whether you chatted Rumble, Kick, or whatever. I can pay attention now. And then I actually set up some alerts now for Kick. Well, at least I think I set them up so that when people follow, we can actually, you know, get a notification or something like that on it. So, word up, we're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good, I would have to say right now, bringing out some of the bigger content for everybody. The Griftcast is still big and live. We're just trying to figure out how we're going to do it. Yeah, wait, Kick. Oh, you guys haven't heard of Kick.com? It's a new live streaming platform. It's very much like Twitch. I'll show it to you. This is Kick.com right here. Although they have some rather... At times I've seen some... rather not safe for work type stuff over here. It's just another live streaming platform that got set up, and as you look at it, you'll pretty much quickly notice that it's very similar to how Twitch is laid out, although they seem to be getting a lot of viewership in some type of ways. I just decided that I was going to pop on to this one myself to, you know, we multi-stream to all the platforms, so I figured I'd multi-stream to this platform or whatever. That's what I figured I would do. And damn, son, we got another
has donated $10 and says here is a tenner for the Lunchy Food Fund.
Hell yeah, Hexmare, thanks for the tenner for the Lunchy Food Fund. We appreciate it, because that shit is expensive. Honestly, it would be fucking cheaper to feed Lunchy filet mignon at this point. Maybe not, though. I haven't tried to buy filet mignon in a while, so I actually don't know how much that shit costs, but we'll have to see. We will have to see. Indeed, yes, we will have to see if that's even going to be there. So, wow. What is happening in the world today? Number one, I don't know, man. The social media platforms are having a little bit of strife. Specifically, that one called Facebook or whatever. I'm sure you guys are aware of the Facebook. Oh, there's the damn chat. So yeah, you guys are definitely aware of the Facebook. Well, Meta has been unloading employees like it was its job, and there's just been massive layoffs that have been happening in Mark Zuckerberg's life area. And after two massive rounds of layoffs that affected thousands of workers, reduced productivity, and heightened anxiety amid a year of efficiency, the roadmap largely bet on the struggling metaverse that failed. And now Mark Zuckerberg is taking to Twitter, Facebook, and other places to talk some fat mad shit to all them people that used to work for him, because they simply didn't see the vision. Yeah. the vision, right? They didn't see the vision. Nobody's been seeing the visions, but according to the post, he asked a question about trusting Meta in the lights of hemorrhaging massive employees. Since November, around 21,000 employees have been given the pink slip from Facebook Meta services, and Zuckerberg gave a roundabout response, focusing less on trust and more on corporate outcomes. He said, I would guess that the way people would evaluate whether you trust me and want to work at this company and whether we are succeeding in making progress towards overall stated goals. And I think this is this is about the results that we're able to deliver. Or for, I guess, Facebook's case, in fact, with the metaverse and their, I guess, would you call Facebook a failing platform? I mean, it's still one of the largest ones out there that most people are using, yet, I mean, I don't really use it for much of anything. I stream to it, but what else, what have I seen that's been good coming out of there other than, a whole lot of nothing? That's what I've been seeing, is a whole lot of nothing. So it's kind of funny when you see the big boys really taking it up the trousers, but here we're looking at Zuckerberg and how he's really just having a huge problem, man. Facebook doesn't need all of these employees to operate. The wokeness has really, really gotten to the company in a big way, and this is basically all they can do to try to save face before they end up in the way of MySpace, ending up exactly like MySpace, getting sold off to some other individual or some other corporation. But that's even crazier to think about, because Facebook is such a huge company that they have their own data centers. They create their own technology, own microprocessors and chips and board setups that are custom designed for their operations. Like, that's how crazy they are. And if somebody were to buy all of that up, I think that you would be able to find some pretty interesting stuff out about a whole lot of other things out there. Yeah, there's a whole lot that's been being talked about that I don't think a lot of people have realized is going to be a problem in the near future, but you can bet your fucking ass that Facebook and the rest of these guys are going to be having a major problem. Yep. And Cheeseburger, you know what? I'm totally shocked that Facebook is still a thing as well. And, I shout out to people like Bully that don't have books or faces. I have a Facebook, but my Facebook doesn't get anything, right? It just hardly ever even gets any usage. Scambander says MySpace got sold off to Rupert Murdoch's News Corporation. That's right. And that might be something that we might be seeing coming here in the near future, showing us that, this is going to be the future for Facebook. Like, if Facebook doesn't fix whatever the perceived issues are here and stop hemorrhaging employees, there's going to be a huge problem. But the same thing could be said for platforms like Twitter, right? Like, Twitter has hemorrhaged massive amounts of employees, and I mean, the system is still operational, but they're getting rid of things all over the place. They're deleting all the old archives for Periscope footage, and it seems like they're even looking at removing the live stream functionality once again. So who really knows how these guys are going to be set up? I don't really know. I just know that somebody's going to be able to afford Facebook, and if they do, they're going to get a treasure trove of some of the most insane data that's ever existed. So Facebook is going to stay worth money because the data associated with Facebook, meaning all of the accounts and everything that they've mined off of people over the last decade or so, that's really why Facebook is worth money, right? And whoever can come in and buy it on pennies on the dollar is going to really, yeah, dude. And sorry, Miguel H, MySpace is literally still a thing. You can actually still go to myspace.com and it still exists. It still exists. Like, here it is right here. Connect with people. MySpace, a part of the People Entertainment Weekly Network. Yep, it still exists, bitches. I'm not even playing around. That shit still exists. It's still a real thing. You can still go on Facebook today. I don't know why you would, but I'm just saying, you can if you want to. Yeah, can if you want to. Right. I think it's just sad that social media is having so much trouble and pressure happening to it right now, but, that's fine. Now, let's go take a look at what's going down in California. I'm sure everything is totally fine in California. Nothing crazy is happening.
You wanna fight? What? 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 Make what? Bedelia! Bedelia! Bedelia!
I have no idea what's happening right now. Thanks, California. You guys always make me laugh my ass off. Honestly, California just makes me laugh. I gotta retweet that. This is welcome to Cali. That dude's partying like it's 1999. I don't know what he's on. I don't know what he's smoking or whatever, but he's having a great time. Congratulations to him for having a epic, wonderful situation that he can love in himself and whatever. I mean, it's fine, dude. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I got more funny videos like that to interject into the show as we're going on in time, but it's whatever. I mean, this is crazy. This is crazy. Dude, we just got a freaking Rumble Rant donation from the Pony Soldier.
Pony
What's
Soldier
this?
has donated $5 and says make Meta MySpace again.
Yeah, dude, let's make Meta MySpace again, Pony Soldier. I appreciate that, and I appreciate your generous Rumble Rant over there on the Rumble platform, and I like that I can actually pop these up like this and put it out to you. Thank you very much for your generous donation over there on the Rumble platform. We appreciate you, and thank you for monetizing the stream over there. That's great. I mean, it's good just to be even able to say or see that we even got anything going on Rumble. So we thank you, Mr. Pony Soldier. We thank you. We thank you. 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 So thinking about, speaking of pony soldiers or dog face pony soldiers or whatever, man, there's just some strange stuff happening in the world today, my friends. I mean, we talked about it yesterday, how they were trying to arrest Donald Trump, right? And there has been updates on the whole alleged arrest that may or may not be happening of Donald Trump on Tuesday, right? Donald Trump was the one that said that he might be getting arrested Tuesday, and he seems to know why. We've all been sitting on the edge of our seats wondering what's going to happen, and Trump's been asking people to protest for him. And protest is what I think people are going to do online. I mean, I'm still kind of wondering if there's actually going to be people in the streets, because everybody saw how January 6th went and how the support was going on there. So they're probably not going to be doing it in the same kind of way. But we got to be able to at least figure out what's happening with these guys. And damn, Scrouts Magoats coming in with a super chat.
Sriti's Magots has donated $5 and says
thanks for that $5 super chat there, Scroats Magoats, and your little pig sound or whatever. We appreciate your buddy, and we appreciate your pig sounds even more. Thank you very much, Suey, my friend. Suey, my friend. So, Donald Trump getting arrested. Oops, wrong button. What's the update on that? Well, the judge has ordered Trump's attorney to testify in a classified document investigation all of a sudden. That's right. The attorney for Trump now is being ordered to testify before a federal grand jury in Washington, D.C. in the investigation of the former president's retention of documents with classified markings. Oh, yeah, you remember when they found Trump had some classified documents or something like that, and everybody went up the ass about it, and then they found that dog-faced pony soldier lion-ass Joe Biden had like 30 bazillion times the amount of classified documents, and he was never the president, and he should have never had them in the first place. You guys remember that shit? You guys remember that shit? If you don't remember that shit, that's fine, but I figured I would, I would fucking figure I would remind you. I would remind you. Yeah, so the attorney, Evan Cochran, previously has refused to answer questions from investigators about conversations with Trump over attorney-client privilege concerns. Prosecutors in the special counsel Jack Smith's office wanted to ask Cochran about his alleged call with Trump he had on June 24, 2022, around the time investigators were seeking to secure documents in Trump's home and video surveillance tape of Mar-a-Lago, a source previously told CBS News last week. See, that's interesting because whenever now, since we understand how the FBI and these investigations go, see, whenever the FBI or a special counsel is asking someone about an alleged call that they had with somebody, that means that they already have the contents and the entirety of the conversation. Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing right now. And oh my God, we got ourselves another Rumble rant from this time from Acrid Fusion.
Acrid Fusion has donated $2 and says there's more documents in Brandon Falls.
Oh, there's more documents in Brandon Falls, Ohio. Well, thank you very much for your generous $2 over there on the Rumble platform. We appreciate you, Acrid Fusion, and I hope you are having a wonderful day. Thank you for spreading the love on multiple channels there, my friend. He donated on YouTube and he donated on Rumble. That's what I'm talking about. So, number one here is to think that if they're asking somebody about a call that was attorney-private privilege, more or less, they probably already have the recording of the call. Because remember, they don't give a fuck. They record everything. And these are the same guys that were investigating Trump with the FISA warrant. And you don't think that they would have been able to get some kind of FISA warrant on this shit? Yeah, that sounds really, really stupid. Well, it sounds really, really stupid to me if you were to try to tell me that that's how it went down. Like, dumb. So let's see. Smith's team asked the Chief Judge Beryl Howell to reject Cochran's claims of privilege and force him into testifying against his client Trump on the basis that his attorney-client communications and questions could have furthered criminal activity. Howell's secret order only partially granted that request and ruled that the so-called crime fraud expedition be applied on Cochran's testimony on a specific set of questions. Howell's ruling indicates she accepted the Justice Department's request that the so-called crime fraud exception be applied to Cochran's testimony and will force him to comply with the subpoena. So this is different than the shit that's going on with Stormy Daniels, guys. Remember, they're trying to get Donald Trump on multiple different fronts. One of the fronts, the one that they're saying that they're going to be able to get an arrest out of him or something from that nature, is going to be over the Stormy Daniels situation in this other district of New York. But when we're looking at this particular thing, this is over the classified document production that some people would have just had to have a issue with, and then all of a sudden Biden got caught with like 10 times the amount of classified documents in multiple different locations. So you see that, you know, they're trying to twist the thumb screws onto Trump over one thing that they did even bigger, and then they're still rolling themselves back. So it's a multiple pronged attack on the ex-president because they're seriously trying to stop him from any ability of being or running in any type of thing. And it's just kind of fucking crazy that CNN, of all people, is the first person that reported that Cochran's going to be compelled to testify against Donald Trump in whatever litigation that is following. So it's like basically what they're trying to tell you is that if they can't get him on the Stormy Daniels thing again, they're going to be going after this thing. And yes, they are going to 130,000% ignore anything having to do with Biden and his classified document situation, because what he's going to try to say is that he's just retroactively declassifying all of that shit. And I don't know if it's going to work, but it feels like they're going to try to make it feel like it's going to work. So Cochran, who appeared before a D.C. grand jury once before in the probe, has come under scrutiny for his role in Trump's response to federal investigators as they sought to obtain records with classified markings allegedly taken from the White House of the former president's Florida residence after he left office. Stuff that he claims that he declassified, and he had the power to declassify, by the way. In June 2022, as the Justice Department's officials were working to collect the missing records, prosecutors alleged court documents that when they met with attorneys and representatives of the former presidents, they were giving a single red envelope, double wrapped in tape, containing the documents, and were handed a signed declaration from a Trump representative declaring all sensitive documents had been turned over. So what they're trying to say is that Trump, well, he said he turned over all the documents, but then we found some more. And then basically it's the same thing that happened with Joe Biden. Joe Biden signed something over saying that all sensitive documents had been returned, and then he got found with oodles and boodles and joodles of them, and he was never allowed to have a classified document outside of a government setting, including in any office or private residence that they've currently located them in now. So it's like, the rules apply to me, but they don't apply to you. And in this situation, like CBS and all these other news organizations are literally just not even talking about the Biden connection and how this is literally exactly the fucking same, right? And it goes into the execution of the search warrant in August that revealed that they had more documents in Trump's classified documents at Trump's Mar-a-Lago residence. And that's why they're even trying to push forward to try to persecute him in the first place, is because they're going to do whatever they're going to do to try to get that arrest no matter what, right? They've been trying to do this to get the arrest for no matter what. And it makes a lot of sense, but why do they think that this is the play, right? Why do they think that this is going to be the creme de la creme, the number one joint, the big drop for them? Why do they think that this is going to be the thing that gets them the most praise? I don't know. What I do know is that it's just another politically charged situation that's going to be coming to a head, right? And it applies not only to that investigation, but what the Manhattan DA's office is trying to do, and saying that, you know what, they're no longer going to tolerate threats to the rule of law after Trump calls for his supporters to protest, right? Alvin Bragg, the Manhattan District Attorney, says that it's safety is their top priority, right? And they don't like that Trump is making calls to actions to his supporters to protest, right? They're basically worried that there's going to be some kind of huge protest that's going to happen in New York City and other places to support the president, right? And the Manhattan District Attorney is like, yo, dude, we got to make sure that my staff and everyone else is safe. That's our top priority. We will not tolerate attempts to intimidate our office or threaten the rule of law in New York. That's right. Bragg's office has been investigating Trump's connection to the hush money payments made to Stormy Daniels during the first run of president in 2016. And on a social media post on Saturday, Trump was saying that he expects to be arrested on Tuesday, citing leaks from a corrupt DA's office. He urged his supporters to protest on his behalf. So what he's saying is that, hey, if I get arrested, I want you guys to fucking protest for me. We all remember how January 6th went, so I don't know if you're going to get as many people out there in the streets as you did there, Mr. Trump. But he did say the far and away leading Republican candidate and former president of the United States of America will be arrested Tuesday of next week. That's what he said on his social media site, Truth Social. And he says the protest is to take our nation back. That's what we got to do, which is very, very similar to what was being said around, I guess, the January 6th thing. Although in this particular indication, he didn't even say anything about being peaceful or anything. It seems that what we're doing, or what we're looking at, is just two cases that are basically never going to go anywhere. And I'm pretty sure that this Stormy Daniels case has already been litigated. But if the Manhattan DA actually tries to arrest him and is successful in it, I mean, it's going to be a shit show, dude. Irregardless, it's going to be a shit show. And what they say is a grand jury has been hearing testimony related to the 2016 payoff in a criminal court in Lower Manhattan, but no public announcements have been made whether Trump has been indicted or not. Law enforcement agencies in New York have been making security arrangement in case the former president is criminally charged. So you don't make security arrangements unless you already know that something's actually going to be going down. So here we are, just kind of wondering what's going to be happening with this situation. But at the same time, when we pull up this is from 2022. Michael Cohen, the defeated former guy's statement is absolutely nothing to do with the well-established fact that he did have an affair with Stormy Daniels. It's not even what the case is about. He's either lying again or didn't read his own lawsuit, or both. And what does that say? Trump reimbursed Michael Cohen the $130,000 he gave to Clifford just out of the goodness of his heart. And then what does it say from Stormy Daniels? Whoa, I never said it was an affair. I have said over and over that he cornered me coming out of a bathroom. Well, I guess to him, that is an affair. Seems to be a pattern. And that was tweeted on my birthday, March 21st, 2022, which my birthday is coming up over here. So make sure you guys get your credit cards out here or whatever and send me lots of sweet, sweet cash because that's what I like. I like money. That's what I like is money. So it's not like that long ago we had already understood where we were with this Donald Trump lawsuit, but the fact that it's just coming back up again and Michael Cohen is now trying to save his own ass by trying to roll on the president is just some of the fucking most shady lawyer shit that I've ever heard. I mean, lawyers are just pieces of shit, guys. I mean, if you got one that's one of your friend, he could be your friend. Just know that he's a piece of shit, okay? I mean, very rare that you find a lawyer that's good. I mean, it's like a 1 in 20 situation, I feel like. I feel like I could just be talking shit, but who really freaking knows? But damn, Aretic Fusion coming in with another Rumble rant. We got to put that one up there.
Fusion has donated $2 and says, I got hairy legs THA that turned blonde in the sun.
I got hairy legs and they turned blonde in the sun. Thanks for that Joe Biden quote. We appreciate that Joe Biden quote, Acrid Fusion. We hope that you're having a wonderful evening this evening. Thank you for your generosity. Now, I haven't really been talking about the Arizona situation because, I mean, I thought I had spoken my piece on it, but looks like Kari Lake and the mission to get the governorship from Arizona or whatever is going to be back up into the scene, at least in some way, because Kari Lake is now trashing Katie Hobbs for gaslighting the voters and the judge in a new filing, and Rasmussen promises a explosive AM report, which I've been waiting for. I'm still waiting for this report to come out, but yeah, there's been a lot of interesting stuff coming out of Kari Lake's camp. Let's just play you the video again.
Pretty explosive poll you're going to walk us through, and I want to tell the audience.
Yeah, explosive poll.
You know, don't let your head blow up right now. Let Mark walk through the whole thing. Mark Mitchell from Rasmussen.
So we've been doing our best to continue our work to help the Republican Party on their path of self-discovery, let's just say. And I have 3 really important things that just came up in a recent question set. Phenomenal new Trump favorability numbers. What I think is a really heartwarming tale of public opinion redemption. But then this big one, which is Republican voters' complete distrust of DC politicians. So the question we asked is, how likely is it that Republican politicians in Washington, D.C. worked secretly with Democrats to keep Trump from being reelected in 2020? And we got a majority. 55% of all voters say it's at least somewhat likely. 28% say very likely. Only 15% say not at all likely. The Republican numbers, 67%.
I think it's like here.
No. This is tied to, and we're going to be making some announcements here more on East Palestine. No, it's absolutely central. You say, and when you say the Republican Party, you're talking about the Republican leadership because the voters. Obviously, the mass of voters in the Republican Party are Trump supporters, correct? Is any doubt in your mind of that?
Absolutely, 100%. He has the highest favorability number of any Republican leader we test, even Ron DeSantis.
Yeah. So we're going to have some explosive stuff coming out, but guess what? There really wasn't any explosive stuff, but here's Kari Lake's new latest law filing. Let's just save that to the desktop and open it up. Big status. Ah, yes, the Kari Lake legal filings. I wonder what kind of great stuff she's got for us here. Exhibit A. What? So it's basically just the lawsuit again? Oh, it's more stuff to the lawsuit. In the brief below, her petition to the court, Lake cited the same excerpt of the trial exhibit MC Inbound receipt of delivery that shows how Runbeck received 35,000 fewer votes on election day than is scanned and sent back. Notably, none of the respondents disputed this issue by either requesting an oral argument after Lake filed her reply, as was their right under AR ACP 18A, or by seeking leave to file a surreply. Interesting. Respondents' disingenuous arguments and tired calls for sanctions while blatantly misstating the record to illustrate the apparent arrogance of elected officials who, without restraint, unapologetically ignore an unambiguous statutory requirements and evidence is precisely why this court should accept the petition. Yeah, I don't know if that's actually going to work there, Miss Lake. You got all this new stuff that you're putting in there, but it really doesn't seem to like change anything. Pursuant to Rule 6 in Arizona Civil Procedure, the Arizona Rule 26, Arizona blah, 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 Petitioner Carrie Lake, by and through her undersigned counsel, hereby respectfully requests leave to file a short reply to correct misstatements of the record regarding the chain of custody made by Contestee Governor Katie Hobbs, Secretary of State Adrian Fontes, and Maricopa County in their respective responses to Lake's petition for review. While Lake disagrees with the respondent's treatment of other issues, she seeks to leave to reply to the only with respect to respondent's factual misrepresentations of the chain of custody issue. Contestee Governor Hobbs objects to this motion. Secretary Fontes indicated that he will not object to the Maricopa County did not respond to Lake's inquiry. The court's order dated March 2nd, 2023, directed respondents to file any responses to Lake's petition review by March 13, 2023, without authorizing a reply as permitted under Rule 13 of Arizona Civil Procedure under the circumstances, Rule 23, Arizona Civil Procedure, and Rule 7 and Rule 7. Blah, 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 precluding Lake's filing a reply without the court's leave, notwithstanding that this court may, for good cause, show in furtherance of justice and suspend operation of any of these rules in particular cases. Grant the petitioner's request to leave to file Arizona, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so I guess I see what's going on here. So she's just basically filing like a reply to what's happening here. This is just a bunch of stupid-ass legalese here so that they're trying to basically get in some extra information because they're trying to dispute what Katie Hobbs and her people put in there. And then since they didn't actually respond to things directly as in the way that they were supposed to through the civil procedure of Arizona law, now they're asking the judge to kind of like review this excerpt from the last couple of times that they had added and then say, hey, they still haven't actually moved forward on this. Here's the information and where it shows, and they still need to correct this, and that's why this petition should still be moving forward. Makes a whole lot of sense, but essentially it still doesn't mean that the ball is out of the court for her just yet. She's still got a lot of work that she needs to be doing forward. I mean, it can sound like it's a great thing that's happening, but essentially it's really just kind of like a whole lot of nothing. Yeah, a whole lot of nothing, right? A whole lot of nothing. That's what it is. It's a whole lot of nothing. Well, the only something that might be coming out of it is it's just kind of inching us closer to them actually having another style of court hearing in this particular situation. They have moved forward a couple of steps, you know, maybe actually a huge jump, you know, like they've jumped forward, but there's still a lot of fucking for schnicky shit that Katie Hobbs is going to be able to do for it. So it's risky business for them to keep pushing forward on this in the way that they're doing. But I mean, obviously we knew that they weren't going to stop from the very beginning. So they might actually be able to make it somewhere. I don't know, dude. I don't know, though. I just don't feel like I'm in a different place than I was when we first read the original complaint. And I was like, yeah, okay, well, you have all this stuff, but you know, where's the evidence of all of that? You should have filed that with the complaint when it went in the beginning, because then the judge would have had to have done something. But with you guys didn't actually file anything associated with the complaint that was public, and the stuff that you didn't really come to the bar that shows that there was any issue. So she might be able to get another day in court. It seems like she might be able to get another day in court, and she should be holding those people accountable. But right now it seems like she's just trying to run them down with money. And I mean, that'll work for a really long while, but ultimately, since Hobbs is the governor, she's still going to have extremely way more power than Blake is ever going to have in this type of situation, which sucks, but it is what it is, mate. It is what it is. So Zero Hedge posted, as well as a bunch of other news sources, that UBS Bank is to buy CS for $3 billion, and yep, as a bank, $17 billion and AT1 bonds will get wiped out in record bail-in. SMB offers a $100 billion liquidity backstop. But yes, Credit Suisse, the bank that went under, has just been acquired by UBS, which then rose to buy a whole bunch of other shit and a whole bunch of other shit. But basically, they're getting a company that was valued for like $17 billion, and they're getting it for like $5 billion or whatever. So they're buying it up. Pennies on the motherfucking dollar. But yes, we finally have a deal for what was the CHF1 bank acquisition price of the Credit Suisse by UBS, which then rose CHF2 BN, which is now cranked up one final time to CHF3 BN, or 0.76 cents per share. Specifically, the shareholders of Credit Suisse will receive one share in UBS for 22.48 shares of Credit Suisse. More importantly, the bank's entire AT1 tranche, some of CHF 16 billion's congruent convertible bonds, will be bailed in and written down to zero. To wit, FEMA has determined that Credit Suisse's additional Tier 1 capital deriving from the issuance of Tier 1 capital notes, an aggregate nominal amount of approximately CHF 16 billion, will be written off to zero. Wow. Holy fucking shit. They're going to write it all off? Wow. This wipeout parted bail-in is the biggest loss in Europe's $275 billion AT1 market, far eclipsing the approximately $1.35 billion loss suffered by junior bondholder and Spanish lender Banco Popularo SA back in 2017, when it was absorbed by Banco Santander SA to avoid being collapsed. The AT1 bonds were issued in Europe as the global financial crisis to serve as shock absorbers when banks start to fail. They are designed to impose permanent losses on bondholders to be converted into equity if the bank capital ratios fall below the predetermined level, effectively propping up its balance sheet and allowing it to stay in business. And as Bloomberg notes, investors have been concerned that so-called bail-in would result in AT1s being written down, while senior debt issued by the holding company, the Credit Suisse, would then be converted into equity for the bank. In retrospect, they were right to be worried. Meanwhile, equity holders get $3, or they get $3 billion, and we are confident Switch pensions will be delighted that they are getting a donut, while Saudis get a not immaterial recovery. Interesting. PEMCO, Vesco, and Blue Bay Funds Management SA were among the many asset managers holding Credit Suisse AT1 notes. PEMCO and Blue Bay declined to comment, but when contacted by Bloomberg News on Friday before the deal was announced, a spokesperson for Vesco said that due to portfolio disclosure policies, we wouldn't disclose any current and movements in portfolios, but our investments team are looking to monitor developments and prudently managing our clients' assets in light of the current market restrictions or conditions. The bonds were by Friday already trading at unusually levels usually reserved for companies about to go burst. A slice of the bank's $1.65 billion note issued less than a year ago changed hands at about 35 cents on the dollar, according to a trade reporting system Trace. According to Bloomberg, the price fluctuated on Sunday as traders weighed two contrasting scenarios. Either the regulator would nationalize part or whole of the bank and possibly writing off Credit Suisse's AT1 bonds entirely, or a UBS buyout with potentially no losses for bondholders. Well, at the moment, those bonds have Lehmaned, or rather Lehmaned, in honor of the CBIS chairman. So basically, the bond market internationally is going to shit, and the bonds that were designed by the banks to basically save the banks from actually going into these types of bond default types of situations. Well, guess what? Those fucking loans are actually starting to go fucking belly up, and everything is having a problem. And now the bond market itself, a bunch of people that are holding these bonds are basically going to be made whole again in these new stocks, although they're going to lose a lot of value in them. Ultimately, the bank UBS that's buying out all of this stuff is making, I don't know, a fucking assload of money, dude. They're just making money hand over fucking fist right now. Making money hand over fucking fist. That's what's happening right now. And I don't think there's really anything that we're going to be able to say or do to change what's happening with this situation. Because it's going to get big, dude. This is the thing that they're telling out us right in front of our faces, that this shit's about to go down, dog. And there's nothing that they're going to be able to do it. And, you know, what happens if they bail out all the banks and bankers and they just steal it all again and then they file for bankruptcy? Yep. And then the only thing that's basically holding anything up is going to be treasury bonds. And what happens when the treasury bonds go up? Yep. So Credit Suisse and UBS have entered into a merger agreement on Sunday following the intervention of Swiss Federal Department of Finance and the Swiss National Bank and the Swiss Financial Market Supervisor Authority. UBS will be the surviving entity upon closing of the merger transaction. Under the terms of the merger agreement, all shareholders of Credit Suisse will receive 1 share in UBS for 22.48 shares in Credit Suisse. Until consummation of the merger, Credit Suisse will continue to conduct business in the ordinary course and implement a restructuring measure in collaboration with UBS. The Swiss National Bank will grant Credit Suisse access to facilities that provide substantial additional liquidity. On March 19, 2023, the Swiss Federal Department of Finance and the Swiss National Bank and FINMA have asked Credit Suisse and UBS to enter into a merger agreement. Pursuant with the emergency ordinance, which is being issued by the Swiss Federal Council, the merger can be implemented without approval of the shareholders, and the consummation of the merger remains subject to the customary closing conditions. Credit Suisse and UBS have entered into a merger agreement on Sunday, with UBS being the surviving entity after negotiations took place during the weekend leading up to the signing of the merger agreement. UBS and Credit Suisse concluded that it would be the best interest for their shareholders and their stakeholders to enter into the merger. This move comes after the federal blah 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 blah. So overall, you can see that UBS is basically making out like a fucking bandit here. And sure, they're still giving people appropriation and part of this new company, but literally they're getting pennies on the dollar. Like, they're having to give up 22 shares for 1 share when it should have been something more like 3 shares for 1 share. So think about that. Think about how much money that they just ate away, and what is that going to do to UBS if they start encountering problems. So they were able to do this without approval from the board because they were forced to do it through the Swiss Financial Authority or the Swiss Council. They were basically directed by the Swiss government to do this. There's no question that they're going to do it. They have to do it. They're being forced to do it. It's not like they even have a fucking choice, right? So think about this. Press release from UBS. UBS to acquire Credit Suisse creates global leading wealth manager with $5 trillion United States dollars in investments across the group, and that extends UBS into the Swiss home market. UBS strategy unchanged, including focus of growth in the Americas and APAC, attractive financial terms, which include downside protection, and annual run rate of cost reduction of more than $8 billion USD expected in 2027. UBS remains strongly capitalized, well above target of 13%, and committed to progressive cash dividend policies. The Focus Investment Bank remaining committed to UBS's model of strategic global banking business is to be retained. The majority of Credit Suisse market positions moved to non-core. Oh yeah, they only decided to up themselves because now that puts them at $5 trillion $25 trillion of assets invested all over all kinds of individuals. And let's see. BlackRock UBS. Yeah. What's that right there? BlackRock Financial. BlackRock's Hildebrand reportedly taking part in UBS Credit Suisse talks. Oh, right. The BlackRock vice chairman, Philip Hildebrand, was also a part of the talks when they were doing the negotiations for how they were going to save UBS Bank, because obviously BlackRock has a huge financial authority in the company since they are so heavily invested into the bank. Yeah. Cheaters, baby. They asked about the report from the BlackRock spokesperson, Ryan O'Keefe, and said on a telephone call that Philip has no formal involvement in these discussions, yet everybody's been reporting that he's been around the talks and he's been talking about the talks. But earlier on Saturday, BlackRock said that it had no interest or plans in acquiring Credit Suisse or making a counterbid to counter UBS, which obviously they wouldn't do because then they would just be biting into their own shit. Now, wouldn't they? Yeah. It's easier for them to buy it through UBS and just invest into UBS. Oh, what's this? BlackRock, UBS asks to be removed from Texas energy boycott list. So what do we got to say about all this stuff? Well, shit's getting crazy.
Bug.
I would like to extend
That particular
and you would be the for many years.
access is
and is supporting it by guaranteeing the framework conditions necessary for its
Found
success. Mesdames et messieurs, c'est une annonce, nous en sommes conscients, d'une très grande portée. C'est une annonce d'une très grande portée, bien sûr pour les deux banques concernées. C'est également une annonce d'une très grande portée pour la stabilité de la place financière suisse. C'est une annonce d'une très grande portée pour les privés, les entreprises qui ont besoin de ces liquidités et d'un accès au système bancaire. Et c'est évidemment aussi une annonce d'une très grande portée.
Wow. Well, I guess that's basically all we got from the bank shit. So yeah, banks on the world stage are having problems. Do you think that the local banks are going to be out of this thing in the near future? They're pushing for that central bank digital currency, CBDCs, baby. That's what they want. And they're pushing us into it. They are pushing us into it. Are they pushing us into it? Yeah. They're pushing us into it. How are we going to deal? I don't know. Oh, here's a nice little flashback for you. Y'all remember? Dude, y'all remember, bro? Flashback. Hillary Clinton quietly settled campaign finance violation last year and was never arrested. Yep, she paid a $113,000 fine, and it's exactly the same thing that she was, or same thing that Donald Trump is on the hook for. That's right. In 2022, Hillary Clinton was financed by the Federal Election Commission after an investigation showed that the DNC misreported payments made to a law firm during the 2016 campaign to obscure spending. The law firm Perkins Coie was hired research firm Fusion GPS, which it fabricated evidence and compiled in the Steele dossier, which was later used by Congress to impeach Trump. Clinton campaign classed these expenses paid to Perkins Coie for opposition research as legal services, and for that misrepresentation, Clinton was made to pay a fine of $113,000. Donald Trump is facing potential felony indictments over recording payments made to his attorney, which were then paid out to porn star Stormy Daniels in hush money as legal fees. Clinton was giving a $113,000 fine. Trump is looking at the possibility of handcuffs for the exact same charges of mischaracterizing payments to a lawyer as legal fees when those lawyers were then passing the money on for another purpose. Oh, wait a minute. So wait, this is the same exact thing that Hillary Clinton did 100%? You motherfuckers! Yep, Trump only sought to keep quiet a relationship he didn't want to make public, while Clinton and her campaign paid for the creation of false information that was then used to attempt to unseat a president from the White House. New York City DA Alvin Bragg, who's invited Trump to testify before a grand jury, which is an indication of a forthcoming indictment, is elevating the misdemeanor charge of false reporting to a felony by seeking to prove that Trump intended to commit a second crime, likely election fraud. And Clinton paid for the creation of a false dossier with the intent to spread that literal disinformation to the public and thereby influence an electorate against Trump. For this, she was issued a fine, but for Trump, he's going to get fucking put in jail. By intentionally obscuring the payments through Perkins and Coy and failing to publicly show their true purpose of those payments, the campaign and the DNC were able to avoid publicly reporting their statutory required FEC disclosure forms that the fact that they were paying Fusion EPS to perform opposition research on Trump with the intent of influencing the outcome of the 2016 presidential elections in the initial complaint. As per the AP, Clinton and the DNC said the payments were for legal fees, but settled for fines anyway. Clinton paid his civil penalty of $8,000, while the DNC paid the remaining $105,000. Despite lengthy attempts by the FBI to corroborate the reports, the sealed dossier has been largely discredited since its publication, with core aspects of the material exposed as unsupported and unproven rumors. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that one. I should have talked about this earlier today. I'm sure you guys totally remembered that Hillary Clinton was on the hook for the exact same thing that they're trying to go after Trump again for. Yeah, that's how bad it is. That's how deep, that's how deep in Shit's Creek we are right now. There's no way that anybody could change any of this stuff or change your minds on these things. Like, this is where we are right now. They got nothing left, dude. They got nothing left, and that should fucking scare you. That should scare you. And now, a message from Code Pink.
We're heading now from the White House to the Washington Post, calling out the media, the corporate-backed media, who is funded by the big weapons manufacturers like Lockheed Martin, Raytheon, to report on what the people's needs, to end these endless wars, to fund what the people want, and to stop being in bed with the fossil fuel industry and the weapons manufacturers who make profits off of war. So we're calling them to be accountable and to stop the propaganda that just perpetuates war. We're heading
to Washington Post to tell us stop the war propaganda. We need peace in Ukraine. Are you guys funded by the Kremlin? Serious question. Are you reciting Kremlin talking points? You're actually killing Ukrainians who are defending their homes from invasion. Why are you offering apology for the war criminal Putin? Good job supporting Putin and his war crimes. Yes, peace indeed. Peace should be just and long-lasting. That is possible after Russia withdraws from Ukraine. Did you tell Russia? Guess not. Russia and Ukraine already have multiple peace treaties. Russia has violated every one. Yeah. Code Pink. Well, that's weird. That's not something that you see every day. That's not something that you see every day. Stop the war. Thanks, Code Pink. Probably not going to be the best thing that you wanted to hear. Nope. Not the thing that you probably wanted to hear. But guess what? You're still hearing it. Somebody sent this one in to me the other day, and it's of a reporter named Alyssa Carlson Schwartz collapsing during your interview.
She joins us live in the studio. Alyssa, this really is the calm before the storm.
Not again. No. Oh.
You know, we're going to go ahead and go to break right now.
Yeah.
Oh, no, not again. No. No. Speaking of not again, what's this? Invasion? Invasions? Invasion. Yeah, we don't know how many or what, but there's a lot of them out there. Blacks in SA shutting down the entire economy. Oh boy. Kind of sounds like a lot of shit's going on in the world right now. What's this? Republican presidential candidate suing Trump to disqualify him from January 6th. New Yorkers, if they try to January 6th to New York courthouse, show up with bats. Time to put these MAGA motherfuckers in their place. I'm donating $1 million toward armed security. No more fucking around. If we're going to take this prick down, we have to do it together. Oh, wow. Is that incitement to violence by a presidential candidate? Well, yes, it is. Yes, it is. Nice job, real John Castro. You're a dipshit. What's this?
It's a little clearer for everyone. An affiliate of the CEFC, that's a Chinese energy firm, the affiliate, it's called State Energy HK, gives $3 million to Rob Walker. He's a Biden family associate. Rob Walker then gives just north of $1 million to James Gillier, who is a Hunter associate, and another $1 million to various Biden family members. James gets $360,000. That's the brother of Joe Biden. Haley gets $35,000. Hunter gets the bulk of it. And then there's an undisclosed Biden. We don't know who this Biden is, who gets $70,000. And we're still asking, Tommy, what services
is that the big guy?
Hunter Biden rendered, or
is that the big
school
guy?
Counselor Haley Biden?
Is that the big guy? Is that the big guy? Oh yeah. CCP bribery. Yeah, Jill Biden got $70,000. James Biden got $360,000. Haley Biden got $35,000. Yeah, that's good shit right there. All right, here's another piece of news. Transgender pedophile, 25, who identifies as a woman, won family's trust to groom 14-year-old girl and then got her pregnant. David Orton was be able to befriend the victim and family as a transgender woman. Orton is legally male and groomed the girl, 14, who was thought nothing was wrong. But last June, after Orton got pregnant, when she went to the police to tell her story, the Women's Right campaign said that this type of case was the tragedy that they all feared. Yes. Wow. Tattooed David Orton befriended a young victim and her family and got them to trust her to be alone with them. Oh. Damn, son. Gotta love that. Gotta love these stories, right? Gotta love these stories, don't you? Gotta love those stories, don't you? Where do you even go with this one? Other than that guy's a piece of trash. And all of these people just let it happen, huh? Everybody thought that was going to be okay. Nobody thought there was a problem when a 25-year-old woman, man, person wanted to hang out with a 14-year-old and nobody saw an issue. Oh, okay. Cool, man. I see how that goes. Right. He probably looked exactly like Joe Biden looks when somebody asked him about those $1 million payments.
Any reaction to House GOP's memo about your family dealings, sir? Any reaction to House GOP's new memo about your family dealings, sir? Family dealings. Yes, you're revealing that Hunter Biden's business associate sent over $1 million to 3 of your family members. Any reaction to that report? Not true.
Do you have any reaction to the Russian jet that took down the U.S. drone, Mr. President?
You got any reaction? You got any reaction? No, man, I don't got any reaction to that. I don't have nothing to say about nothing. My name's Joe Biden, you pony-faced soldier, whatever your name is. Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen anybody that more scared to be asked a question. When he heard the reports of the $1 million payment from a Chinese energy company, look at his face, dude. Look at his face. He's just like, huh? What are you talking about? Energy payments? Money? It's St. Patrick's Day. Why can't you guys play St. Patrick's Day? Why can't you say it's St. Patrick's Day? That's what he would be trying to say. What's this right here?
Lucky Burrito Fearlessly Authentic Podcast has donated $5 and says, can you play my new documentary trailer?
You have a new documentary trailer? What's your documentary about? Okay. I guess we could do that in the middle of my news segments and stuff over here. Only because you paid $5. Wait, hold on. All right, here's somebody's new trailer from Lucky Burrito Leo. I guess I gotta follow. Scott Ritter is a Predator documentary.
They're calling me a twice convicted pedophile.
Yes, and that's
I was
wrong.
convicted once, denied employment opportunities because who's going to hire a twice convicted pedophile? So you're denied.
They won't even let you
opportunities.
speak at an anti-war rally.
They won't even let me speak at an anti-war rally. But I'm not getting paid to do that. But
No.
but I mean, that's the long story short. So anybody who wants to know why I'm not speaking at the it's because of that story. That's the bad.
He's a hero right here. You want to stop? You want to go ahead and give us your vote.
Welcome back, Scott. Thank you so much for being here. You're truly just an encyclopedia of valid.
Special guest is Scott Ritter, and Scott Ritter was just banned on Twitter again.
No.
And I didn't know this because I had just seen him on Twitter a few hours ago, I thought.
Right.
So welcome, Scott. What the hell?
Good afternoon, everyone. It's my honor and privilege to introduce Scott Ritter.
Scott Ritter, thank you for joining us.
Today I am joined back by Scott Ritter.
Mr. Scott
really
Ritter.
happy to have Scott Ritter join me today.
Scott
Ritter.
Scott,
The
welcome back to
next
the show.
Eliza Blue.
Without further ado, here is Scott Ritter.
Scott Ritter, thank you so much for joining us.
Please welcome Scott Ritter. Scott, thanks for making time.
How you doing, Scott?
Our guest is Scott Ritter. Scott Ritter.
I'm joined here by Scott Ritter.
We have Scott Ritter. Scott Ritter joins us now.
It's time for Garland
Does
Nixon and
anybody
Scott
remember
Ritter
the
to
Tree of
do our
Liberty
weekly
quote? What do you
update.
mean?
Scott Ritter. I guess it is
I
Captain
remember
Scott
that.
Ritter.
With Scott Ritter, he is returning to the show.
I have got Scott Ritter with me today. Scott, good to see you.
Is Scott Ritter a predator? I don't know. Is he? Is he a predator? Watch this space documentary soon. Well, thanks. I guess we're gonna find out if Scott Ritter's a pedophile. What do we have right here? Checkout store. Scott Ritter's pedophile documentary. I guess it's gonna be Odyssey, Rumble. No YouTube though, huh? We'll have to see. Yep, Scott Ritter's a pedophile. That's what most people have heard. I mean, I'm pretty sure you just go. Scott Ritter pedo. Scott Ritter's utterwear. So Hirsch is basically Scott. Wait, what's this? So, oh my God, Skirsch is basically pedo with or Scott Ritter without two pedo convictions. What's this right here? Seymour Hirsch. Sandusky sex charges contrasts with setup against Scott Ritter. State of Pennsylvania has declared that Delamar native Scott Ritter is a violent sexual predator.
Op-ed column, Sandusky sex charges contrast with setup against Scott Ritter. The state of Pennsylvania has declared that Delmar native Scott Ritter is a violent sexual predator, even though no one has ever proven that he has ever sexually assaulted anyone.
Oh, really?
The basis for Ritter's prison sentence and declaration as a violent sexual offender is his masturbating in front of a webcam with a consenting adult on the receiving end, the consenting adult being a cop.
Oh.
There is more, But before looking at the rest of the story, compare Ritter's case to that of retired Penn State assistant coach Jerry Sandusky, accused of sexually assaulting 8 boys, and protected from being arrested for years by a Penn State football culture more self-protective than a cadre of pedophile priests. It's not surprising that people like Sandusky get away with such evil when resources are wasted trapping people like Ritter who haven't committed a crime into committing a crime. To say that what Ritter did is disgusting is to state the obvious. And while I am willing to say that he is not guilty of the crimes he was charged with, I would not go so far as to say he is innocent. Even though there is some validity to his argument that he believed the other person at the other end of his webcam was an adult fantasizing she was a teen, he does seem to have a predilection for teen girls. Nevertheless, so far no one has presented any evidence that Ritter ever molested or did bad touch with an adolescent. To put it in plain Anglo-Saxon, a Pennsylvania court convicted Scott Ritter not because he committed a sex crime, but because he thought he was committing a sex crime. While he was committing what would better be described as thought crimes or virtual crimes, Sandusky allegedly was committing real crimes, sodomizing 10-year-old boys in the shower at football camp.
Yeah, that's what's happening. So, Scott Ritter, if you didn't know, was arrested many, many years ago and charged with being a violent pedophile because he thought he was in a conversation with an underage girl and he was masturbating on a webcam with who he thought was an underage girl, only to find out that it was a police officer impersonating an underage girl. And the writer, Daniel T. Weaver, of this little Daily Gazette article, is trying to say, well, he didn't actually commit the crime, he was entrapped into the crime or whatever. And honestly, that is some fucked up shit, right? But people out there sometimes like Scott Ritter because they said that, oh, he was okay. He exposed some stuff about, Iraq, I think it was. Right? William Scott Ritter Jr. Ritter served as a junior military analyst during Operation Desert Storm and then served as a mentor of UNSCOM, overseeing the disarmament of weapons of mass destruction in Iraq from 1991 to 1998, from which he resigned in protest. So yeah, he went bid from that, but why is Scott Ritter in the news? Because it is literally the 20th anniversary of the U.S. invasion of Iraq. Yeah.
I just want to start with an
And there's
intro
Scott.
for our viewers because
Pedo
we're
Scott.
coming up on the 20th anniversary of the U.S. invasion in Iraq. And there's obviously a lot to reflect upon because the conflict resulted in hundreds of thousands of Iraqis dead, millions displaced, geopolitical.
Cool. Yeah, I don't want to really have to get into that or any more deeper, but yeah, never been a fan of the Scott Ritter character, whatever. Definitely don't support the pedophiles, and there's definitely been a lot of shows that have brought him on to their shit. Like, you can find stuff about him all over the place. But yeah, arrest and conviction. Ritter was detained April 2001 and arrested June 2001 in connection with peace stings as police officers posed as underage girls during meetings of a sexual nature. And then he was arrested again in November of 2009 for communications with the police decoy he met on the internet on a chat site that said that she was a 15-year-old girl. So yeah, there was 2 times that he was arrested for that shit. Both times he was definitely doing shit that he shouldn't have been doing and going after them underage girls. So was this just part of something that he learned in Iraq, or is this a government operation to fuck with him because he decided to expose WMDs and the government already knew that he was a pedophile, so they just knew how to catch him up in the first place and they're just fucking with him because he fucked with them? I don't know. Dude's still a pedophile though. Yeah. Dude's still a pedophile though. Been proven. So yeah, it's probably why you won't ever catch his ass on my show, unless I'm trying to fuck with him though. Yeah, unless I'm just trying to fuck with him though.
Millions of dollars.
Now, where I was supposed to go with after we watched the Joe Biden clip, which I'll go ahead and play again.
Any reaction to House GOP's memo about your family dealings, sir? Any reaction to House GOP's new memo about your family dealings, sir? Yes, you're
family
revealing
dealings.
that Hunter
My
Biden's
family
business
dealings? I
associates
have a
sent over $1 million
family? I'm
to
an
3
old
of your
fuck.
family members. Any reaction to that report?
Do you have any reaction to the Russian jet that took down the U.S. drone, Mr. President?
So yeah, the reaction to that, here's Jack Posobiec.
Because at the end of the day, this was a family operation. So it's very similar to what you saw with the
Family
Clinton
operation.
Foundation. But what was the point? And this is what I think a lot of people are missing. Why were they paying them all these millions of dollars? And when you look, for example, at the Trump family, you can see they have real estate, they have golf courses, they have resorts, they have businesses that employ people that then receive a return on their investment. That's why they take out loans. What exactly are the Bidens selling? What exactly, what do their customers come to them for?
What are they coming?
What are they getting for all these millions of dollars?
What
It's
are they
obviously
getting?
political favors. But what was the China Energy and Company Limited doing? Ye Jianming. And so to understand Ye Jianming, it's very clear. This guy, CEFC Energy, these payments were being made because he was involved in building the Belt and Road Initiative. One Belt, One Road. This was the Chinese energy and infrastructure project that's going on throughout Central Asia, throughout South Asia, all the way up to Europe, the Middle East. They're trying to build not only roads, highways, railroads, ports, pipelines, South China Sea. It's all interconnected. And so what he was doing, he wasn't just sprinkling money around in the US. You have to understand it from their perspective. He was doing this around the globe. The Biden family was just one node of it. This
Just one node.
is the wings of the dragon spreading across the world. And you're
The
just
wings
seeing
of
one
the
little
dragon?
piece of it here because you're
The
looking
wings
at the
of
Biden.
the dragon?
But you have to look at it from his perspective. Now, what's interesting, by the way, so of course, he was paying off people all over the world in terms of this. But what's also interesting is that a few years ago, and that's what you hear Hunter Biden talking about in that video, he was actually sacked by Xi Jinping. And what have we talked about? Xi Jinping has made taking out anti-Xi Jinping officials, leaders all across the country a pastime of his. That if you cross him, if he views you as being disloyal, if he views you as a potential problem or even a potential rival, you're done for. And it doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter how much influence you have. It doesn't matter if Biden's in your back pocket. You're done.
Yeah, echoes of Brandon O'Connell out of nowhere, coming from none other than Jack Posobiec. And he's putting that out on his whole entire channel, huh? And is that something to do? Does that have something to do with this? Fire consumes the entire 18th floor of Chinese billionaire Miles Gao Wengui's apartment in the UAS hotel following him being arrested. Because remember, he got arrested. There was a 2-alarm fire. And it's interesting to think that, people that are having trouble with the Chinese Communist Party are now getting arrested.
So there's some speculation out there that the place was booby-trapped and the fire started to destroy evidence. Do you reject that notion?
That's $1 million question, and that's why we need the Congress. The Jim Jordan's selected subcommittee on the weaponization of the federal government agencies to send subpoenas and launch an investigation into the origin of the fire, because during the time it's only the FBI who were inside that residence and there was a fire, and we don't know what has been burned, and we don't know who set the apartment building into fire. So those are the questions we demand an immediate investigation. And as we speak now, Mr. Moskwa is still being held in federal custody, and we also demand an immediate release of Mr. Moskwa from the injustice and the federal custody.
But you reject the notion that the fire was caused by Mr. Miles Gao.
absolutely, this is a false narrative spread by the Chinese Communist Party. Remember, Mr. Mao Square is CCP's enemy. And so all the CCP propaganda, if they say it's Mao Square who set the apartment building on fire, you know it's absolutely false narrative. And I hate to see the American mainstream media start echoing, repeating the same false narrative. This is a great country.
This is a great country.
We're not a Republican. We're not a banana republic. So I encourage people to stay informed and go to the nfscofficial.com to learn more about this movement and to learn more about Mr.
So yeah, Nicole Tsai says that the FBI were the only people inside of Miles Gao's apartment when it started on fire, and Miles Gao is also associated to Jack Posobiec, Human Events, and the other guy, Steve Bannon. You know, like they're all in this weird incestuous relationship of money that is coming up. So, like, is this the Biden administration trying to cover up connections to Chinese people, and that's why they're arresting Miles Gao? Because if you don't remember, Miles Gao, GTV, and all of their subsidiaries are all the places that the Hunter Biden laptop materials were getting posted. So it was from GTV, G News, and all those guys that we saw the credit card pictures of Malia Obama and the photographs of Malia Obama and Hunter Biden hanging out together and all those other crazy videos and photographs that you guys saw. If you remember, all that stuff was getting posted to Miles Gao's information hub, and that was the big problem for Biden. And now all of a sudden Miles Gao is getting arrested by the FBI in association with this when he claims to be against the CCP, right? But it's almost seemingly like the narrative is now that, yeah, maybe he's not with the CCP and maybe this is actually them going after him for the CCP, which would make a whole lot of fucking sense if you ask me. Massive amount of sense. It would make a lot of sense to me if that was actually the case of what was happening right now, because it totally makes sense. It definitely makes a lot more sense than anything else that I've been seeing in the world today. Like, sometimes the world's fucked up and we need a little appetizer on how fucked up it is.
Come on. No, come on. Let's go. Let's go. Hey. Okay. Come on, Jenna, go. Let's go. Bad girl. Let's go. Keep walking. Keep walking.
Yep. We got dog girls now, too. Yeah, I'm sure it's pretty much performance art or something like that. Yeah, that's what we'll go with. We'll just say that it's performance art. It's a performance art, just like this was performance art. You know? You ever see anybody coming out to Joe Biden like this? Damn, is that Donald Trump just shaking hands with nice people? Oh, hey guys, come over here. Let's take a picture. Yeah, I'm Donald Trump. I'm the greatest. Thanks so much, Donald Trump, for coming to my recipe, man. You're the best, dude. I just want to be able to shake Donald Trump's hand, yo. I don't think that we're going to be getting it. Yeah. But don't worry, guys. This is what you're going to have to look forward to yourselves.
Agree or disagree with the following statement? It is okay to be white.
No, that's not okay.
Agree or disagree with the following statement? It is okay to be white.
No, that's not okay. It's terrible to be white.
No.
What should white people do about that?
There's not much y'all can do, but just gotta deal with it.
What should I do?
Gotta deal with it.
Try not to be white.
Don't be white.
That's all you could do at this point.
Is it okay to be Asian?
Nah, you don't want to be them either. Mm-mm. Nah.
How about black?
Definitely that. That's it.
All right, we got
CV
another
has
super chat for
donated
Sue
$99.99
All right,
and says, please play my
$99.96.
song that I posted in the general chat in Discord.
Sure, I can definitely
THX
play
a
your
bunch.
song. Sure. Here, I'll switch it up for this video right here. Thank you so much for your generous donation, CV. Here's your song, I guess.
Endangered species, please.
What is this? This is CV's song, everybody. She paid us $100 to play it, so we're gonna play it. Thanks a lot, CV. We appreciate you. Thanks for your generous donation.
What happened to the humans in history? What happened to the humans who roam the planet free? What happened to the human legacy? Once upon a time when they rode the planet free. Please don't shoot the babies. Please don't shoot the babies.
Don't shoot the babies. You shouldn't be shooting babies. What the fuck? That's fucked up.
Who shot all the babies and made the humans die? And why did the oligarchies lie? But the humans left to ask, what happened to the babies? Who shot the babies? Who shot all the babies and made the humans die? And why did the oligarchies lie? Please don't shoot the babies.
Please don't shoot the babies.
Please don't shoot the babies.
You might want to rethink that lyric. Just saying.
Humans left to ask, what happened to the babies? Who shot all the babies? Who shot all the babies and made the humans?
Who shot him, yo?
And why did the
Who shot him, yo?
oligarchies lie?
Who shot him, yo?
Will there be humans here? Read the books of history of a time when humans walked the earth free.
Damn, would you make that on your iPad or some shit? Well, that was a great little song from CV. Talk about please don't shoot the babies, yo. Don't be shooting the babies with them vaxes. That's what you wanted. You're gonna make that your ringtone, Irradiated Fusion? That's dope. That was good, says the cheeseburger. That was good. Congratulations. Ash Winfrey says Lilith dropped a new single. Who's Lilith? Are you talking about Lilith, the first woman that existed before Adam and Eve? Or Adam and Steve, or whatever we call him? Mo Diggity got one right there. He says that it was awesome. He loves it. Mo Diggity makes music too, so you know that shit was good. You know that shit was good. So I dropped the link for that in the chat. Thanks a lot again to CV for that generous motherfucker donation of $100. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
CV has donated $99.99 and says, please play my song that I posted in the general chat in Discord. THX a bunch.
We played it. We did it. See? We're good people out here. We play shit. Thanks, everybody, for the support. Now we'll return back to what we were looking at before. Oh, yes. We were looking at this. It's not okay to be white, you guys.
It's all you could be. It's the coolest thing to be. I mean, you really,
It's the coolest thing to be.
Bottom of the barrel, really. Asian, that's probably worse than being white, ain't it?
A lot of people that we would speak to today would call what you're saying
Racist.
Yeah, I am racist.
Are you serious? Or are you...
100%.
So you just don't like white people as a whole?
No.
Y'all got too
No.
much. Yeah, y'all got too much
want to be
leeway.
white? That's awful.
No.
Okay, so why is that? Why is it not okay to be white?
Y'all have the race as a people. Y'all have done too much. I would rather
people.
Yeah, as a whole.
As a whole.
It's a group of people.
Too much good or too much bad?
Too much bad.
The majority is not.
Is like bottom of the barrel, really.
Really?
Yeah.
Should we be judging people based on the content of their character and not the color of their skin?
No, you need the color of skin is very important.
What?
By the way, do you agree with her?
Yes, she does. I have a black son. I don't want my son come home with no white woman.
Woo!
At all. He know better.
Do you tell him that?
Yes.
He know better.
How old's your son?
21.
And he's not allowed to date.
Not he could date who he want, but they can't come in my house, and I'm not gonna have no parts of it. I don't want no mixed babies. I want a black baby grandchild. That's what I want.
Only 53%.
Black baby grandchild. That's what I want.
Yes to that poll. Does that surprise you or no?
Yeah, dude. Maybe white people have
Black
done
people
too
are
much,
really
dude.
racist.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
I feel like it's not okay to be racist.
It is okay to be racist.
What?
But white people have made it where it's so easy to be racist. White people has put that foundation down, and it's just normal.
I'm scared of them. I'm scared of white people. Me too, man. I'm scared of white people. You white people, you freak me out. My brown ass. Every time I see white people, I just got to be quiet, keep my head down, and they won't fucking see me. That's all I can hope for. That was all I can fucking hope for, man. Keeping it fucking real is what we could do. That's what I can hope for. Just keeping it real. Just about as real as this next one. This is real.
Begging for more footbeats and for more officers in the Mission District. I've been begging this department to give the mission what it deserves in terms of police presence all year long. And I have been told time and time and time and time again, there are no officers that we can send to mission. It hurts, and I feel betrayed by the department. I feel betrayed by the mayor. I feel betrayed
dude, I ain't white.
by
I'm
the
Mexican,
priorities of the
motherfucker.
city.
My name's Manuel
It is not this Board of
Chavez
Supervisors'
III.
priorities. We want our residents safe.
Chupo mi verga,
We don't want our
puto.
residents getting shot, getting assaulted, getting killed, because in the Mission, Chief, it's not theft. In the Mission, people are getting shot and killed. In the Mission, people are getting beat up. In the Mission, people are dying. We've been begging for...
Yeah, man. Defund the police. Dude, we've been begging for the police to come help us. But before we wanted to defund the police, isn't it great to just see people that are dumb as fuck getting their exactly what they fucking deserve? Yes, it's fucking great. I love it. It's one of my favorite things to watch and see and happen with. It's just so great. So great. So great. But none of that has anything to do with this next story that has something to do with everyone. Warren Buffett, the billionaire, has brought in to solve the banking crisis. Over 20 private jets land on Omaha. And yeah, the Biden regime is at its wit's end. Economists are now estimating that 186 U.S. banks may be prone to the same risks as Silicon Valley Bank. This number is likely higher as the pressures that regional banks are facing are ramping up. The number comes from a recent economic study posted on March 13th. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen told the U.S. Senate on Thursday that they are not all in uninsured deposits would be protected in future bank failures. Only those banks that pose systematic risks. Regional banks will get screwed. Last week, the Biden regime called on Warren Buffett as the regional banking crisis worsens, and the Biden regime is asking Buffett to invest in the U.S. regional banking sector in some way. Yes, that's exactly right. Berkshire Hathaway's Warren Buffett has been in touch with senior officials in the President Joe Biden's administration in the recent days as the regional banking crisis unfolds. There have been multiple conversations between the Biden team and Buffett in the past weeks, according to people familiar with the matter who asked not to be identified because the information was private. The calls have been centered around Buffett's possible investing in the U.S. regional banking sector in some way, but the billionaire has also given advice and guidance more broadly about the current turmoil. Buffett has a long history of stepping in to aid banks in crisis, leveraging his cult investing status and financial heft to restore confidence in ailing firms. Bank of America Corporation won a capital injection from Buffett in 2011 after its stock plunged amid losses to subprime mortgages. Buffett also tossed $5 billion in lifeline to Goldman Sachs Group in 2008 to shore up the bank following the Lehman Brothers Incorporated collapse. The representatives for Berkshire Hathaway in the U.S. House didn't immediately respond to requests for comment. Officials at the U.S. Treasury Department also declined to comment. U.S. regulators unveiled extraordinary measures to assuage customers last week and promising to pay out full uninsured deposits if the bank in failed banks. Shares in regional banks continued to fall this week on fears that pain would spread. And now we got a large number of private jets landing in Omaha, talking about all the bullshit at the ski resorts. Yeah, did Buffett just fly all the regional bank CEOs into Omaha and offer a deal to save the banks? Yeah, he probably could have. It seems like he might have. And if he did, well, that's good on him, I guess. That's good on him, dude. Because he's about the only other person besides somebody like Elon Musk that I would actually even trust to start throwing around money like that, because literally none of this assuages any of the fears that I have in this entire situation. None of it assuages my fears. None of it. None of it does. Not a bit. Not even a little bit. My fears have not been assuaged. They've not been assuaged in any way, shape, or form. Nope. So, as you can see, the news is pretty fucked up today. And it looks like we're definitely rolling forward, or maybe possibly averting some kind of financial banking crisis, although it definitely seems like it's still going to hurt. At least some of us. I don't know if you're in a credit union or what, but God, I hope I picked right. That's all I could say. It's not like I really have that much money anyway. If I lose it, well, I'll just be completely broke. And that's really all that really matters. So I'm already completely fucking broke anyway. It doesn't matter. Huh. I haven't looked at any of these, what do you call these memes over here that we have? Can we all agree that Biden has done more for Ukraine in the last year than he's done for America in the last 50? Yeah, I can agree with that. What the hell is this? Judo instructor who hurled police officer to the ground and attacked another trying to pepper spray him as they tried to arrest him for holding free outdoor children's classes during COVID lockdown avoids jail. That's hilarious. What is this? Ted Nugent. Never have I seen a more accurate depiction of Fauci. Nice. Nice. So my daughter tells me you're an investor. Yes, crypto. You have exactly 10 seconds to get the fuck out of my house. Crypto is a scam. Keep money in banks. Banks are a scam. Keep money in crypto. Oh, man. What's this? This is awkward. What the fuck? I'm gonna get that one. Flat Earth. Oh, I get this one, though. That golden ratio, though. Protesting a trap. It's exactly what the feds want. Patriots stay home. Yeah, I knew the last one was flat Earth. Jukas. I'm just saying. I'm just fucking with you, dude. Bill Clinton paid Paula Jones $850,000 to go away. I don't remember the FBI raiding his lawyer's office. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I forgot how hot Paula Jones was back in the day. God damn, babe. Jesus Christ. Paula Jones? Paula Jones? Paula Jones? Who the hell is Paula Jones? Oh, right. American civil servant sued the unit's president, Bill Clinton, for sexual harassment in 1994. I forgot. Forgot about Paula Jones. Wow. The years have not been kind to her, but I would still probably smash. Because I am a pig. That's hilarious. There's that one hot picture over there. Everybody always posts right there. Yeah, Paula Jones. I'm fine as fuck. I'm Paula Jones. Sorry. What is this right here? Elon Musk. The banking system is collapsing. Arrest Donald Trump. Yeah, arrest Donald Trump. Everybody will care more about that than losing all their fucking money and becoming wage slaves again. If you indict me, I will become more powerful than you can possibly imagine. Ah, yes. Did we just get a super chat? We just
Wiley
got a
Sal
super
has donated
chat.
5 Swiss francs and says, as a Swiss citizen, I feel graped by our banks. It's disgusting.
That sucks that you feel graped by your banks there, Wiley Sal. They've been screwing you guys over pretty hard, but, I mean, what are you really going to have to do at this point, man? I don't know, but I do appreciate the $5. CHF, them Swiss francs. I like them. I like them a lot. Ukraine gets 200 billion. Congress gets a 41% pay increase. The Taliban gets 85 billion. The Iran gets 200 billion. You get $7 eggs, $4 gas, 50% increase on electricity, free cat pipes, open borders, fentanyl crisis, toxic spells, and World War III. Is that like a meme? Watching the Roman Empire collapse again, but the Wi-Fi and meme, but with Wi-Fi and memes this time. Yep, the Empire is collapsing, folks. Whose side are you gonna be on? What the fuck? FBI is concerned that if MAGA doesn't conduct a terrorist attack soon, they'll have to fake one. Yeah, maybe they'll have to. Maybe they will. Maybe they won't. I don't know. DC Drano, Trump sued Stormy Daniels and won. Stormy's lawyer is now in prison for fraud and extortion, but Trump is the one getting indicted. Yep. How the Nazis took over Germany. They banned guns. They got rid of God. They banned churches everywhere. Burned Bibles and books in the streets. Tore down statues. Burned the flag. Got rid of any and all history they did not agree with. Got rid of the public police so that only the rich could afford it. Put their country in a state of fear. Created domestic terrorist organizations that got rid of anything and anyone that disagreed with the brown shirts, aka the bully boys. Yeah. Now we just have black shirts. We had just back shirts. Damn, certified nobody. Thanks for that.
$4.99 and says bingo.
Bingo. Thanks a lot, certified nobody, for that. It's $4.99 through the super chat. We appreciate you generous donations. It feels good to actually have a Griftcast when we got a little bit of grift going on. That's exactly what I like to see. What's this? Car payment, rent, gas, lights, me. Yep, that's me right there. Every time I look at my thing, just paid my internet bill or whatever. And I'm like, okay, guess to eat ramen noodles for the rest of the fucking week. Falling in love hits different when they know that they're a paid actor sent by the CIA to distract you from dedicating your life to dismantling the government. Yeah, I feel like that's what my first girlfriend was supposed to do. When she realized that she wasn't going to be able to stop it, she just left me. And I was a sad man. Have you met Leah, the Twitter AI? Interesting. Nope, I haven't met her. Peek at the playbook. Meet Leah. Multifunction chatbot. Super intelligence. 3D reality in motion. 24/7 availability. What? Wow. 33 million followers for some fake bitch. Her, you want to go upstairs? Sure. Her, you got protection? Me, why? What's up there? Yeah, that's me. You want to go upstairs? Why? You got to be literal with me because I'm an idiot or whatever. I'm autistic. I'm autistic. I don't get shit sometimes or whatever. I don't pick up what people are putting down sometimes, okay? You haven't noticed? If you haven't, Lotus. What's this right here? Hey, man. Sure. That sucks. That sucks, man. Can't be getting arrested with the gummies, bro. Can't get arrested. Don't get arrested. Sorry, I was just checking my shit here. Damn, we're actually finally getting followers again on Twitter. What? Oh, yeah, I remember this song. Remember this song. He sent me this song a couple of days ago. All right, well, cool. Well, I guess that's pretty much all we got for you today, news-wise. If anything else like pops out, we'll definitely come back live on the main channel for YouTube and shit to go out. But I guess it's time for me to go do something else. Yeah. At least you made some money today. That's great. Thank you, everybody. That's really great. I've been stressing hard. Because, you know what? Sometimes it's rough being a tuber or whatever. And then when you're injured, you know, ever since I fell, like 2 times I fell in the last whole thing. You know, this is finally not looking like shit anymore, but I still have mad bruises in other spots that I can't show you because that would be inappropriate. But hopefully we can get out of this. I mean, I don't know, man. Now I'm definitely never going anywhere without getting any of that, or I'm never going anywhere without in the snow without like fucking cleats, man. Gotta get them fucking cleats. And holy shit, we just got ourselves a new super chat. Oh, it's not a super chat, it's a Rumble Rant.
Acrid Fusion has donated $2 and says, sorry LOL, I love the puns and dad jokes.
Hey, no worries, man. Thank you for the $2 over there on the Rumble Rants. We appreciate that shit. We do. We definitely appreciate that shit. Oh, show. We appreciate it for show. Although that's pretty much it. You know, I don't really have anything else for you today. I don't know. Somebody's asking me about cicada stuff. We need cicada back. Yeah, I don't know about getting cicada back. That's not my jam. We exposed the group behind it, and that's as far as we're ever going to go with it. But through time, I guess things will change, maybe. Who knows? I don't make the rules, man. I just hang out. That's all I really do. So I got to say thank you to everybody that joined us for today. Appreciate all your generous donations and shit. I think I got this thing actually figured out, so I can run it for you real quick. So just let me pull that up. I got to hit this button right here. And hit roll credits. Yeah, roll them credits. Thanks to all the genuine supporters and donors and people out there that decided to throw some money on our way. We fucking appreciate you very, very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. We appreciate ya. Thank you for your generous donations and shit. Hell yeah. But now it's time for us to go. Time for us to ski-daddle. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your evening. Go check us out playing some video games over on the Twitch or on the gaming YouTube channel or whatever. I mean, people on Rumble, you guys, you'll see me out there. Either way, much love to you guys. Thanks for joining us. Be well out there. We'll see you again on the next one. Adios. Bye-bye now.